Cheers.
Cheers.
I got my little shot over here.
Yep.
You urinated. It does.
There we go. Take a shot.
All right.
We're going to talk about how to sound smart today.
Oh, yeah. I'm real
Get ready, everybody.
Are we rolling?
Welcome to Big Mood, where we got big brains.
Okay.
And big boobs.
Sorry,
they're
that's the big boob couch,
We got
but
the
you're,
big boob
you're
couch.
covering them up with your sweater.
You know what? The tighter the sweater, the bigger and get wetter. I don't know. I'm just making shit up at this point.
Okay, well,
made sense.
this is working out very well because this episode is about grammar mistakes.
Oh, did I done messed up the whole sentence right up in there?
Yeah.
All right, you know what? I just thought I was speaking real nice.
I found this article on CNBC because I'm a nerd, and it's talking about, we asked dozens of managers what bothered them the most when they talk to employees and read emails or DMs from them. Most common managers' complaint is all the junk words and phrases, fillers, useless, clunky, pretentious words. So I thought we should go through this. Like, people need to know, like, a lot of this stuff. Like, if you want to do...
They also need to
Gravity
know.
is your best friend.
They also need to know who's here today.
Oh, yeah. Who's here today?
Did you pick that because of me?
No.
She immediately got offended.
We didn't even know about that until earlier.
I've been here, so I've been here. I just figured I'd throw a little funny out
So
there.
who's here? We have a very special guest host for the 4th week in a row.
Nikki.
This is Nikki Blades.
Blades. I love this.
Blades.
Blades. For some, if you're exotic, if you're fancy.
Nikki.
Yeah.
Blades.
Nikki.
Who else is here?
Tiff.
Tiffy Fee.
Casper.
Casper's here in the house.
Checking in over here. My name is Jess.
She's got red lips, so you can tell where she is.
Getting offended. What?
Another one.
And then Nikki number 2.
Nikki number... Oh, that sounds like
no.
Nikki
No,
Poop.
you're Nikki.
Back up Nikki.
Nikki Poop.
This is Nikki. I'll just simply go by Blades.
I'll go by
There we
Limo.
Okay, stop trying to copy her. You're trying to copy her.
Yeah, I'm trying to copy because I'm Nikki number 2. I follow.
Don't say number 2.
Limos are fancier than blades, I guess.
Excuse me, ma'am. Don't start a fight. What you doing?
Oh, you picked the
First
wrong
off, don't try
couch.
to make her feel better by putting me down.
I'm not trying to put you down.
Just say that's
I
a
feel
really
tall today.
No, but
Do you?
blades are sharp. Blades are sharper than limos.
Oh, Tiff, don't back up. Don't you fucking...
just it's okay. It's okay.
Hey, listen.
Aside. Pick
I'm the
a
one
side.
that is not drinking, but I'm the drunkest.
Yeah.
It's true.
So we decided to drink right before an episode of a grammar expert episode here because we
To
thought that
really
would make
test
it a
it.
little bit more fun. But it's still useful information and we could, help enlighten people in their shitty grammar.
Can I just before we get started?
Sure.
Because I have beef right now. I have a bone to pick with
Okay.
this. With this.
With what?
This
What's your
article or whatever.
Did you even read it?
No, I didn't
Okay.
read it.
Even more
But,
so.
but just how you presented it so
offended
far.
already.
Okay. How did I present it?
Okay, so when I was growing up, so I was very early to read, or I started reading at 3. I started reading chapter books at 6. I knew correct grammar from a very young age.
That's good.
Yeah, but I got picked on, like bullied for it. So because I was a nerd, so I had to learn
Probably
how to
'cause you
speak
corrected
cool.
people.
Well, because
You only get bullied when you
but I
correct
couldn't
people.
stand.
Cool.
I couldn't stand it because I got corrected by my parents. So then I couldn't stand it when people would use improper grammar. So then that wasn't cool. That wasn't cool. That was very okay. You're not cool. So I had to retrain my brain to like speak the vernacular that everyone else is.
To dumb it down is what you're saying.
Yeah, but
everyone
now
else.
if you talk like that, then you're not cool again. If you don't use proper
Okay,
grammar,
look.
now you're not cool. Now I'm not cool again.
Welcome
Cool.
to trends.
Thanks a lot.
You
Cool.
cared about what little kids thought.
I
and you
care a
shouldn't
lot,
have.
and that's the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem.
You care too much.
Okay, continue.
Okay, well, we'll start with the first one. When someone says 3 a.m. in the morning, can you say what's wrong
Redundancy.
with that?
Yeah, it's redundant.
Okay, because 3 a.m.
It means the morning.
In
Right.
the morning.
So a.m. actually stands for ante meridium. I think that's how you say it.
Everyone knows that.
Meridian or
Jess.
meridium?
Meridium.
Oh.
I think that means like before noon. Ante is like before, and then meridium, I guess, is like middle or
language
noon.
is
Latin?
that? Is
I don't
that
know.
Latin base?
You know what?
I'm not
It's gotta
sure
be
if I'm
Latin.
even pronouncing that right because that's not like
Antes?
English.
Ante? I don't know.
It's before noon.
It's like ATM machine. Because
automatic teller machine.
Yeah,
because
machine.
there's an
Right,
automatic
right.
teller machine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need alcohol for this episode because off top, so I was like, yeah, it's 3 a.m. in the morning. What the fuck is wrong with this sentence? It's 3 a.m.
if you're singing an Eminem song, it's 3 a.m. in the morning.
First off, when it's 3 a.m. in the morning, it normally looks like this, and
yeah,
it's
it does.
3 a.m. in the morning.
So basically, just say 3 a.m. and stop it there,
Or 3 in the morning.
or 3 in the morning.
Yeah. That works.
Yeah, that works. So just be aware when there's like abbreviations or like words that actually mean what you're already saying, and then you redundantly say the same thing again. Like Nikki
Got
said
it.
with ATM machine.
Like ASAP as soon as possible.
Like if you, well, that's just repetitive for sure.
Oh, I'm about to fail this episode. Is this I'm about to fail again. I was like, that sounds lit. It's 3 a.m. in the morning. Turn up, baby. We going to days. What are we doing?
This isn't pass fail. This is just FYI, girl.
FYI. Oh,
It's
cool.
FYI,
I feel
girl.
better about myself.
Yeah.
There we go.
That people will judge you if you do. You can't be right though.
Okay.
Ever.
Can't ever be
She said,
Salt and triggered. I'm triggered.
She said, "Scoobity doo doo doo."
You can never win.
Anger over here.
You're doomed to fail, Nikki. That's the lesson.
Girl, you better talk to yourself. I already know what class I'm in. All right. Look, I'm making out with the teacher at this point. Okay, we passing. Let's go.
All right. How about another one? Absolutely essential.
Okay.
Okay.
If you say absolutely essential,
It's like, yeah, that,
clearly the absolutely modifier.
yeah.
Who the fuck is saying that though?
Absolutely.
I don't feel
Who
like
says
people
that?
say that often.
People that need to make 200 words in their essay.
yeah.
When you're trying to pad it up.
Right.
Yeah.
Stop doing that, teachers. Ain't nobody need to make that.
Absolutely. 4-syllable words.
Okay.
It's gonna be a rough episode.
I'll read the explanation on this. How about that?
Okay, let's go.
One dictionary definition of essential is absolutely necessary. That's
Yeah.
the definition of essential.
Right.
So it's like the same thing with repetitiveness.
Yeah.
Like you're saying the same thing twice.
Okay.
Like we don't need it to be punched even harder because
Yeah.
the word is already a hard punch.
That
Yeah.
sounds like I've read that in a work email before.
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
like this
That
is
feels like
absolutely
work
necessary
email.
that you get this to me by
Yeah.
this afternoon. It's
Okay,
like
absolutely
extra
necessary. Yes.
But absolutely
they're
essential.
saying absolutely necessary is also redundant and unnecessary.
Sure.
Unnecessary.
But I feel like I've heard people actually say
yeah,
that.
I've heard people say that. Okay, so that's
absolutely
wrong.
essential or absolutely necessary. It's just like
Ex-nay.
too many words.
Okay.
It's too many of the same word,
rid of
basically.
it.
Same thing with like actual fact. Because the definition
So we
of
can
a
say it's
fact,
factual and factual.
if you want to be cute,
Okay.
let's just look at the facts. A fact is something that's known to be true, and actual means existing in fact. So I think it's just a lot of grammar mistakes.
Sounds like a Dr. Seuss book.
a lot of people saying the same thing.
Okay.
I just downed a Long Island iced tea.
Yeah.
You're in for a ride this episode.
Your tongue's already.
She's about to be correcting
You're
all
in
of our
for a
vernacular.
Correcting
She
you.
said vernacular in the first like 2
Vernacular?
minutes. I was like, vernacular. Watch pulling out her binoculars.
He's effective of vernacular is spectacular in this matter of factular.
No Eminem lyrics, please.
It's not Eminem. It
sounds like
Nikki
Eminem.
Limo.
Oh,
It's just
okay.
straight Limo riding in the house.
It sounds like Eminem because you've been so obsessed with him for so long.
Oh, I was
It's
kind of
the
mocking
cadence,
the
the thing.
because
His
Dalia,
tone.
yeah, the
Oh.
like floorboards of the door,
Yeah,
Harrison
yeah.
Ford. You're using way too many napkins,
and a Blackins.
flapping and gapkin.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm about to. You know what?
What is happening this episode?
Speaking of vernacular, you know who loves vernacular? It's Eminem. So you should listen up. Because if you want him to respect you when you meet him, you need to speak properly.
I'm not
bitch.
gonna be able to meet. I'm not gonna be able to speak. I'm just gonna shit my pants.
Oh, that's why your name's Nikki number 2. Okay.
That's what she's doing. Banana?
Yep.
Banana.
Hello, nice to meet you. Banana.
Phenomenal. Bye.
Nikki could never suck
I could
his dick.
never.
No.
I could never. I can't even look.
She
I
would
won't even be able to
vomit.
look to him. I honestly would black out.
Because of how nervous she is.
I think I would black out. Okay. It's 3 a.m. in the morning.
Okay, moving on. Another one. Depreciate and value.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay.
You don't
Can you use
like
it in a
depreciate.
Yeah.
Can you use it in a
alone.
sentence, please?
Depreciate
is
means
like
that
value
it's
is
going
in
down
it.
in value. Yeah.
Okay.
So, all right, I feel like these are used to talk to people who don't necessarily know the definition of the word to sound like I'm being smart and I'm throwing this big word in,
Right,
and you can pick up on it. Because I've heard that said before, and I understood it until you told me that's probably wrong, and then I'm like, you're right, it is wrong.
It just feels like an incomplete sentence. So if you're like, your home will depreciate.
Right.
Like, it sounds like you should say
to me it sounds like the end of the sentence.
Because you understand the proper definition of the word. I feel like it.
I definitely have heard depreciate and value.
Yeah, I've
sure.
heard that.
And I think because I've heard it, it feels incomplete.
It feels like it should be a phrase
because it's
that goes
been
together.
said so much.
Yeah.
And because you understand the proper definition of the word, you know that that's how you end it.
I might probably still say that though, because like you do pick up on the way people speak.
Exactly.
So
and rhythmically, it just makes it like depreciate in value rather than this home will depreciate. This home will depreciate in value, but you can still get a.
I feel like they're connecting words, and you throw it in there like a little. Again, I believe you know the definition, but you could speak to somebody who may not, and they could use it like they'll understand the sentence. So they'll be like, okay, that means go down.
There's
it's
another
gonna go
thing
down.
that this one actually drives me crazy is when people say you self-incriminated yourself.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I
now that's all the
stand
way
that
wrong.
one. I hear that
I know
a
that
lot.
A lot.
I hear that so much, and
Yeah.
I'm like,
or irregardless.
yeah.
I'm sorry, excuse me, who?
Irregardless.
We're
is
irrigating what?
Irregardless. Irregardless. It's just regardless. Okay.
Yeah.
Just.
I'm gonna get all these. We're irrigating. What farming ass episode is this?
Farming.
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 Getting all the varmint out of my farms.
Yeah, I got varmint in my backyard.
That Looney Tunes character.
Red farming.
What's his name?
Oh yeah.
Yosemite Sam.
Oh, we gotta play games. I'm ready.
Popping the varmint.
Okay.
Okay, what's next? Because
But what that made me think of, okay, so like like we're talking how people talk helps you fit into who you're talking to, which is to me better communication than speaking proper grammar.
Right.
You know, when who you can communicate
But
with.
if you're at work,
Okay, it depends.
They
It
be
depends on
fucking
who
up
you're
too.
talking to. The audience that you're talking, you play to that audience because there's phrases like, "Oh, that's a whole nother thing." Whole nother is not whole another. Whole another. That doesn't make sense. That's not an actual grammatically correct thing to say. But people say it all the time. People aren't gonna think you're less smart
Like,
by
I
saying,
could
"Well,
care
that's a
less."
whole nother conversation."
what's wrong?
Yeah, it's I could not care less.
I couldn't care less.
do you think that without being a person that corrects someone else, like if you just use proper English, then you're in the most part, not like to be pretentious, but like if you say things the proper way, that you're at least kind of not perpetuating saying things the wrong way. Because like take for example like immigrants that are like first gen immigrants that come in and they're speaking and they're trying to learn English. So if I talk back to the lady that doesn't know how to use like the at and in whatever, you know, like the connecting words, and she's just using like can go grocery store, if I don't speak back to her in proper English and help her like listen and learn, am I
say depending, read your room.
Yes, read the room.
Social etiquette, and not etiquette, what am I saying, like social currency, like understanding like the value in the room,
like
and
will
knowing,
it hurt the person if I
read the space. Like I have one of my best friends who graduated from UC Davis with a degree in English who says pizza. Like she says pizza. She's from Mexico, and I say pizza, baby, pizza. She said pizza. I said pizza. She said pizza. I said pizza. She said pizza. And I'm like, you know what? You got the degree.
Pizza.
You got the degree. I don't. So it's pizza, right? But depending on who you're talking to, I do feel like there's a time and a place for proper vernacular.
Let's say you're a physicist. You're talking to a room full of physicists.
Course.
You're going to talk in the scientific terms of everything.
That jargon.
But if you're a physicist talking to a bunch of general public, they're not going to understand what the fuck you're saying. You have to speak layman's terms, even if it's beneath your level.
Right, but what if you're just at work, say, because that's what this article is talking
then
about.
if
It's
you're-
like, I have to write a letter to my manager.
What's your role?
I'm writing a memo. Like, so there's
that's
if you're in college, if you're at work.
Different tone for this
That's
episode.
how I opened it, though.
That
We
is
didn't pay attention.
We
girl.
wasn't
That's how she
listening.
opens it.
See,
y'all were over there.
See, the way my
busy
hearing
talking
is
shit.
set up, this left ear don't work as good as the right one. And I was listening to Tiff, and she was sounding real cute. So whatever she was saying is what I was going with. But in the way that you're saying it, absolutely, it is so vital when you have the
when you're
chance,
at
if you're
work.
in that space.
Be professional.
Yeah.
It also depends on how much of a dick you want to be. Like if your boss is a bitch and then you're like, is it absolutely necessary that I do this? That I would say that. I would send that. Send.
You would never tell your
Is it
boss
absolutely
that.
necessary? I am my boss.
You would never tell
I'm
your
my boss.
If you had a boss, you
She
would
treats
not
herself
do
the
that.
worst.
Okay.
That's
Is
the
this
letter
absolutely
that I would
necessary?
send.
No, it's not. Go
You
take a
know
nap.
that's the letter I would send. You
Go
would
play
not
with
do
your
that.
kitties.
There's nothing more entertaining than speaking improper English constantly.
To someone who gives a fuck.
No, speaking improper English constantly, then shocking the shit out of somebody when you actually
know how to.
Because if we're going in a work setting, I can sit here and bullshit all day. I love using improper words. I mix languages. It's so much fun because there's a lot of different cultures. But when that email comes in and that proper English needs to be used,
And guess who's in the house?
I love to bring out the to whom this may concern.
Nicole Blades is in the house.
I call my mother for backup at times. I said, excuse me, mom, please help me write this email because I would like to piss them off and give them the tone that I mean business. She's like, I got you. So
Nice.
these phrases are vital if you're in a work environment because some of these, when you use them improperly, is a clear sign that you don't know what you're talking about. But when
makes you look worse.
when you use them correctly, it's one of those, okay.
She's flexing. Okay.
I like
we should
that.
respect her.
Put a
We
little,
should respect.
I
Put
did
a little
not respect her before.
you got to put a little respect on
I
his
saw her
name.
face and I was like, nope. But then I read her email. I was like, oh,
Oh.
okay.
What else we got on this list? I'm actually pretty excited to hear what's next.
Okay,
What else
here's
is
another
on
one.
here?
Feel badly.
I felt bad.
No, feel badly. For some reason, many people think adding the ly to bad makes it sound better when spoken. So they say, "I
Adverb.
feel badly,"
But
you should
feel
just say, "I
bad.
feel
felt-
bad."
I feel
Yeah.
bad.
I feel bad.
Okay.
It doesn't
Feel
need to be
bad.
badly.
right.
It's just
or I
I
felt
feel
bad.
I feel bad.
Is it I feel bad or I felt
Feel
bad?
badly
Well, that's
sounds
just
weird
past
to
that's
me.
just the tense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Badly sounds so weird to me.
That's
I don't think
weird.
I've ever heard
Just
that.
feel
Yeah.
is the verb. You don't need an adverb after. You just.
Girl, stop
Do
speaking
you
Spanish
ever
to me.
say I feel
don't know grammar
greatly?
shit.
Do you ever say I feel greatly?
No.
No.
Right. So you wouldn't say I feel badly.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Does that make sense?
No, absolutely.
I don't know if I've ever said I feel badly
No.
or I felt badly or maybe in past tense it
Is it
sounds
kind
a
of
little-
like more better? Like more better.
Nay, when
is
we say
not
no,
good.
that's
a
really
whole-
bad. That's
all
really
that-
bad.
You should use badly as like, I so badly wanted to go
Right,
to.
yeah.
Okay.
What do you think? Like, or she performed well. No, I
Badly?
think
Poorly?
you would say poorly.
Poorly?
I think.
Yeah.
I'd say badly. If I'm not thinking of
Maybe that's why
anything.
people get it mixed up because poorly is acceptable. Well, you know what's not poor.
Is the person that loves to sit at home and eat DoorDash?
Oh my goodness, yes.
Here, do
Send
it. I
me some
want
of
to
that food.
get DoorDash so badly.
I think that's used correctly.
It is.
I'm,
just said that
actually, I'm triggered by the badly part. DoorDash. We all know what DoorDash is. It's an app that connects you to your favorite restaurants. You can also get snacks, drinks, other household items, grocery essentials delivered to you in under an hour. Ordering is easy. Open the DoorDash app. Why are you on my phone right now? What are you doing? Leave my phone alone.
What is happening?
Nikki's trying to open my phone. Nikki's trying to get to my DoorDash app so she can order herself some food in the middle of this ad read.
I was trying to call Steve to give me another Long Island.
I'll take a truly.
DoorDash Steve, we need another Long Island. With over 3,000 partners in the US, Puerto Rico, Canada, and Australia, you can support your neighborhood go-tos or choose from your national favorite restaurants like Popeyes, Chipotle, or the Cheesecake Factory.
Sorry, there's a cat.
Oh, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
I was like,
I was
Steve
like,
heard
Steve's
you.
trying to
He's
make
mad.
your Long Island with the
That's not where the
Truly.
machine is. Truly, Steve. My cat's just like,
Steve, I appreciate if you got that cat to stop along with the
I
Long
feel very
Island.
truly.
Truly would appreciate you.
Okay, for a limited time, our listeners can get 25% off and 0 delivery fees on their first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter code MOOD.
It's okay.
I like the. Oh, sorry.
That's 25% off, up to a $10 value, and 0 delivery fees on your first order when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter code MOOD. Don't forget, that's code MOOD for 25% off your first order with DoorDash. Subject to change, terms apply.
And I know that you're ordering healthy food with DoorDash, but just in case you wanted to stay on that healthy habit weight loss train, Noom is an incredible app that you can use. I've done so many stupid restrictive health plans before, and I always end up bummed because like it's so hard, like keto and the paleo or whatever. There's
You
so
say keto.
You know why? You know, my husband Steve Green, he pronounces words wrong on purpose.
He does
and then
that
they
on
get
purpose,
stuck in my head that way, and it's so mean.
So you talk about your keto
He
diet
says
that you're
keto
no
all the
longer on.
time. So anyway, but this is not that. This is not restrictive. This is purely psychological and also just getting you in the good habit train so that you don't even have to think about eating healthy or, you know, weight loss or any of that, any restrictive diets. For me, I found out after using this app that I tend to gravitate towards stress eating. When I'm stressed out, I just start eating snacks and I don't even realize I'm eating. And so that was a big weakness for me. And so reprogramming your mind to think differently really helps. They have a cognitive behavioral approach that focuses on why instead of what to help change your relationship with food. Everybody's journey looks different. Noom customizes a program for you based on your personal goals. 80% of Noom users finish the program and over 60% have stuck with their goals for at least a year. So start building better habits for healthier long-term results. Sign up for your trial at Noom.com/bigmood. Again, sign up for your trial at Noom.com/bigmood. That's NOOM.com/bigmood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, are y'all ready for the next
the
incorrect
next
I am
one?
waiting for
phrase?
another drink.
Oh Lord,
Okay,
ma'am.
well, should we stop the show until you get
Ma'am.
here?
Excuse me. She's
Excuse
I
just
just don't want.
started.
I don't want to get into it, and then another drink comes in, and I get
Bartender.
distracted.
There we
I
go.
don't mispronounce things on purpose.
Thank you,
You
boo
do
boo.
mispronounce
Mosquitos.
things
I
on
would do-
purpose.
What is that? What is
You've
that?
done so many of
You do that a
those.
It
lot.
sounds like a type of bug.
That's how you say it in the East.
He walks in and she just
Cheers.
immediately smashes him with an
Poor.
example.
Poor. The poor. I like it when you guys say that.
Poor.
That one. The
poors.
poor.
The
Poors.
The poors.
Poors. We used to be a poor.
Okay, here's another one. General consensus of opinion.
General consensus.
I've heard that. General
Really?
consensus
Heard that.
of
I've
opinion.
never
Who
heard
says
of
that?
the of opinion. Never heard that.
No, of opinion, no.
Never.
Yeah, I have heard general consensus.
Consensus.
Yeah.
But never of opinion.
True.
I feel like I've heard people say that.
Really?
So a consensus is a generally held opinion.
Right.
So a general consensus of opinion is an overachiever from the Department of Redundancy Department.
Department.
Consensus by itself gets the point across.
Consensus says.
Yeah.
This is what happens when your teachers keep making you hit those
200 words.
That 200
Yeah.
words. Like, listen, this essay better be 4 pages long, and you over here adding ands, ifs, buts, thens, wheres, and theres.
Yeah,
Just
it's
all
like
of it.
the source, like you're adding
Right.
all the words that mean the same thing all together.
I really believe that the way that we wrote in school messed us up. I
Yeah.
was adding all these words because I'm just trying to fill in spaces,
That's
but
why I dropped out. I was like, this shit sucks.
Dude, that's how I felt
redundant.
too. Was when I was taking an English class in college, because throughout school I didn't really pay attention to English grammar, like rules and all that shit. I just knew what sounded correct. And then in that class, like I learned a lot more, like I actually paid attention because I'm paying for it this time. And so in the beginning of the semester, all my essays were like A's and B's. And then the more I learned, the lower my grade got.
Oh.
Where I'm like, wait, this is fucking me up. Like I'd rather just not know all
I
this
was
shit.
better off instinct.
is it because you were just trying to follow the rules
Yeah.
versus doing what you felt was correct
That
initially?
happens a lot
Yeah.
in learning curves. I feel that way. Like when I learn a new subject, I immediately get worse at it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like trying to integrate all these new things that I've learned and it's messing up my rhythm and
Yeah.
flow. But then after those get like melded into my mind, then it goes back up to like a higher point than it was.
Is that why children pick up on things so quickly because that's
They're
just
sponges.
all
Yeah.
they know.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
like, this is what sounds good, this is correct, or this is what I'm taking in, and they just follow it.
Because when you know nothing, like you're just absorbing everything.
Right.
And you're like, this is knowledge.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether it's true or not.
Yeah, like little kids learning a language, right? Like they don't know the fucking grammar rules of how you're
Right.
supposed to say things. They just know how to say it. Like me, I can't tell you the grammar rules of Spanish, but I
Yeah.
can tell you what sounds right and what sounds wrong.
Because it's all copying who
Yeah.
you're around.
And you could probably speak it. So you're going, my conversation is better than my written. I'm not going to write you an essay in
Yeah.
Spanish, but I can have a full blown conversation.
And then
with
you're
you.
getting confirmation by those people around you that, yes, you're doing it right.
Yeah.
But
I could actually write it. I think I could write an essay in Spanish. It's just that I suck at the accents on the letters. Like I don't know which ones need accents.
But if you're trying to impress your boss and sound smart, some of these phrases avoid because you will look
consensus of
stupid.
opinion.
I mean, if
General
they're,
consensus
if they're
of
smarter
opinion.
than you,
Yeah,
your
which
boss
is
isn't always smarter than
That's
you.
very
fact.
true.
Sometimes they just related to the owner.
Uh-oh. How about this one?
No, I literally have never worked for anybody. I just felt like somebody out there did. So that's for you.
Somebody's worked for
That's
somebody.
for you. Okay.
How about this one? Estimated at about.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Okay,
what
I've
did you
heard,
say to
I've
me?
heard that.
Estimated at about 3 p.m. or something.
Yeah. Estimated at about
Yeah, I've heard that.
$300,000.
Yeah.
Is that what Siri says
At
to you?
about-
When I need the arrival time? That's a knockoff GPS. That's why. Okay, that's why I've heard that before.
Is this what just estimated $300,000?
It says when you estimate something, you roughly calculate. You don't estimate something exactly. So why do you need to add the part at about? Estimated at 300,000.
I feel like that's what Waze says to me.
Estimated at about.
Yeah, your arrival time is estimated at about 15 more minutes.
What if I said estimated around 300,000?
Is that?
I feel like it's
still-
kind of similar.
It's estimate. It's still
Estimated around.
It's
It's
still
like-
rounding.
It's around that price. Estimated around that.
That's
I have heard that way
kinda
more
works
often.
a little
Yeah.
bit more, I guess, than
It just seems like you're missing a
I-
word
I
when you're
think-
like estimated 300,000.
no estimated
At.
Yeah.
Oh, at.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like we don't need to soften estimated even more by saying at about or maybe around. It's like it's already an estimate. It's not going to be exact.
Yeah.
Right.
So we don't need more filler words to like soften the estimate.
Got it.
Because
I just feel like this is all ruining the flow of
First off,
conversation.
Jess,
true.
do you want to write my resignation letters when they're
Oh,
necessary?
She's gonna quit something
Wait,
right
are you
now.
quitting?
I don't.
Are you quitting
know.
right now?
She's
Are you
quitting.
quitting the show? Are you quitting
Our
the show?
show?
This
I
episode?
just feel that you are going to be necessary one day.
Absolutely necessary.
Absolutely
necessary.
At an estimated around about time, you will be needed.
What about this one? In close proximity.
That's not
Okay,
wrong.
yeah.
That's not wrong.
I've heard that.
Proximity is being close.
Right.
You know
well, we
what?
can all like look at these phrases and tell you what's wrong with them.
Yeah.
But the fact is,
sounds
people
right.
use these
I've
in
definitely-
conversation.
That's
Well,
not
maybe
correct.
people
Heard
don't
that.
understand why they're wrong.
in close proximity to
close
the restaurant.
Mrs. Blades,
I
you
am
think that sounds
In
correct?
proximity.
In proximity, or I'm close to the restaurant.
Still sounds right.
Yeah, it sounds
Where is
right.
it wrong?
A synonym of proximity is closeness, and close means close. So in close proximity has an overload of closes.
What if I'm just close to the proximity?
Really close.
Oh my god, it sounds like a grammar Nazi.
Even though
right
it
now.
has become such a commonly used
Yeah, it's
phrase,
common.
it's
Okay.
best just to say close.
It's best to who?
So I'm
grammar
not,
Nazi.
You sound like a square.
So technically,
well, this is an article written by CNBC, okay?
So technically,
People
I'm
not
not
getting laid.
completely wrong.
Oh, so Jess.
it's commonly used.
Yeah.
So okay. So me
It's
hearing
a commonly used phrase.
But it's incorrect.
But they're saying, so you know those programs like
Grammarly?
Grammarly, like these are things that you might get the little squiggly underline for. Like,
Okay,
hey,
which is-
you're using
I
redundant
love
words.
to blast through those. I'm like,
Nikki middle fingers to all the Grammarly.
I meant that.
I'm in close proximity.
I meant all those excess words.
Ah, take that green squiggly line, bitch. I'm gonna use it again.
Yeah, squiggle this.
Squiggle this.
I'm like, if you don't make a better suggestion, it's staying.
True.
Okay. Well, in my opinion,
Tell me where it's wrong.
You're not supposed to say that.
You're not supposed to say, in my opinion?
when you're
in
sharing,
opinion.
Whose opinion is
okay,
it?
listen.
Yeah,
when you're
in
sh-
opinion. Am I grammatically correct?
you're just taking
Yeah,
out
it's like a gun to your head. In opinion.
You're just taking out my, so we don't even know whose opinion it is.
Exactly. So why is this wrong?
Well, let me explain.
Opinion.
Okay, this is what they said. This is what they said. When you're sharing a perspective or insight, readers already get the concept. It's your opinion. There's no need to throw in that too overused phrase unless
disagree.
unless you're countering your opinion with others. If you really just need to make it clear, opt for a simpler I think.
Okay.
I think it's a matter of preference.
Policing how
It's a
I
matter
wanna
of preference.
express myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So the rule is brevity is best, basically. But not
Did you just say gravity is best?
brevity.
She said gravity.
Gravity is best. Unless
the
you're
tape.
in
Brevity.
doing an
On the
essay.
moon. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to ask because I do not know. Okay. Say that word one more time.
Brevity.
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 What does
Means
short?
being brief.
Brief.
Well, I learned something new today.
There we go.
Brevity.
Brevity.
That sounds like bebity.
Bibbidi boppity boo.
No, bebities is what we call underwear.
Oh.
So I thought you was talking about underwear. Yeah, something like
I've
that.
never
It's
heard
one of
that.
those.
So
linguists.
okay, here's where I'm gonna have to argue this because in
Okay.
my opinion,
Well, you're a nerd. You're a nerd. If you're gonna argue with a nerd, that makes you a nerd.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, in this
Embrace
world
it.
where we're living in fake facts and like people, fake news and stuff, and like, where'd you get your facts and blah, blah, blah. I like to say, in my opinion, so then no one's like thinking I'm saying this is a fact.
Well, you can just say I think.
But I don't
But then
want to.
saying I think kind of
What's that's a
lessens
synonym
it too.
to my opinion. It's a synonym. So I don't need to say it your way. Fucking robot, Grammarly, Nazi. Fuck
So
this.
much-
Wait,
Suck
I
my
disagree
dick.
with the replacing it with I think, especially in a work environment,
Yeah,
right.
because there's so many people. Like I've
Do you
constantly
think
seen
or
it.
do you know?
Yeah, there's
Do you
people
think or
that
do you
literally
know?
look down on
I'm
you.
triggered.
Oh my God, Nikki's really triggered on
And then there's a lot of people that actually give advice. They say, when in a work environment, if you want to be respected more, don't ever say I think.
Yeah.
Also,
Ever.
one of the things
I mean, men use I think all the time.
Well, they're
so-
allowed to because they're men, but we as women have to.
Well, I'm not going
Have to know
I'm not going to
or give our opinion.
I'm not going to soften my opinion by going. Well, in my opinion, I mean, this doesn't have to be your opinion, but if
Right.
if
But
you
you'd
wanna know
rather
what
say
I
I
think,
think?
yeah,
But
I
I
say, well,
think
I think we should do this.
Or
I think we should do this on the case.
I've changed using I think to I believed to put emphasis on the fact that I
your
am
personal-
fully,
I like that one the best out of all.
I believe it's
That's a good
Yes.
middle ground.
I've made that conscious decision to stop saying I think because I hear it so often
Yeah.
and it feels
and
very
that does soften what you're saying.
and it also feels I think feels
Like you don't quite
persuasive. Like I
know.
feel like I can push you over and or bring you into my side. When I say I believe, I'm fully
I'm
in-
owner-
do you
I'm
know what I
owning
mean?
that-
There's a little bit of
My
strength.
opinion.
Yeah, there's a little bit of strength. My opinion can be also comes off a little arrogant. Like in my opinion,
I am.
Well,
sometimes
when I
in
use
tone.
when I use that terminology and saying in my opinion is because it's usually when I'm doing videos and stuff, because a lot of people
Right.
will take what I'm saying and like
Like you're the bad guy. a
Like
little
as
bit.
if-
yeah.
they project my intention as being like, oh, well, you mean all men, or like you
Right.
mean all this, and it's like, well, no, I was just saying my subjective view of this topic.
In my experience,
Yeah.
It's a little in our space, it's kind of the hey, our disclaimer. That's a disclaimer.
Yeah, it's a disclaimer. Yes.
A non-combative disclaimer.
Yes, exactly.
But when you're using to
I'm not
assert
saying
yourself,
this is a fact.
But-
I'm not trying to be a know-it-all
Right.
on you, be condescending.
but
or negate whatever you believe.
Yeah.
but in a work environment,
Yeah, I don't think you
in my
need all that.
opinion, I believe, and like you use words
It should
that
be
are
shorter. Like I
assertive.
don't. If you're at a conference call in a corporate setting and you're like adding so much padding before you give your, the guys are like, fucking what?
Right.
What
Yeah.
is it?
And that again, I believe using I believe is better than I think, because I believe is full. Like you ain't gonna sway my opinion. I believe this. This is what I believe. I don't care what you think. This is what I believe. So what I believe is more important than what you think. So so be it.
Yeah.
And that's how you shut shit down sometimes.
I
Also,
mean, yeah.
you tone.
there's a space for not
All
wanting
of
to
those.
offend and not wanting to shut down and like really setting
Yeah.
yourself up
Yeah.
for a gentle conversation.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's a lot of times where it's just
time
like,
and place.
you don't gotta listen to me.
if I just
but
said, do you
here's my
think
2 cents.
do you think we should spend advertising money on this or on that? You could just
Soft.
say, I think we should spend it on this.
Right.
Like you don't have to.
Oh, right. It
soften
depends
that.
on the
Yeah.
content.
It does depend on the
All
So,
of
context.
okay,
it's
if you're
context.
asking me to give you feedback on something, so it's all
Yeah,
context.
it's all
because it's
context.
like, what do you think of this report? Well, in my opinion, you shouldn't have included this.
Totally.
Like,
That sounds great because it's almost leaving it a little bit
Like
for a
it's
response.
preference. It's saying this
Yeah.
is my preference rather than you should do this.
And
Right.
if I said, I believe this is how it should be done, it's more forceful.
Right.
I don't want to necessarily hear what you have to say back.
Yeah.
But setting,
It's not
read the
collaborative.
room. Right. There's a time and a place for all these phrases. This one in particular can be used in so many different spaces, and especially while you're talking to a lot of people. In my opinion, saves you from excluding people.
Yeah, alienating
and
people.
You know, kind of letting
It's
them
like,
know,
this is
like,
how I
hey,
would
this
do
is
it.
just this is just me.
Yeah.
Whatever you believe or whatever you think, that's up to you. This is just my opinion. It's almost like this. My opinion.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's that gesture.
It's like this.
Yeah.
It's just my opinion. Please don't attack me.
Yeah.
I guess like probably this article is not in that space where they're
Right.
gonna behave in that manner where they have to like put the shield up.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe it's a very strong man space that you know, but I mean, for me, I feel like I'm as direct as this, so I agree with it, but I totally 100% understand what you guys are saying.
Yeah.
It depends on totally like the situation that was handed to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Read the room, ladies and gentlemen. If you know how to do that,
That's the
and
biggest
adjust, if
strength.
you can adjust your vocabulary or your cadence, your tone to who you're talking to, it will get you way further in life.
Absolutely. It's all about how many people you can communicate with. Some people think that if they use big words or they do all this stuff that they sound more intelligent, but if you're talking to the wrong crowd,
Right.
you just sound like a douchebag. So it's not
Or
communicating
stupid.
your points. Yeah, exactly. And they're not getting your points. So are you really smarter for reaching less people?
Yeah.
But I do think it's beautiful to have a vast vocabulary and understand how to
Oh,
use
absolutely.
these phrases.
To have the option.
But there is so much more you can do with understanding who you're talking to.
Yeah.
Pull out the big
Absolutely.
guns when you need to, but also if you don't got the big guns, don't pretend you have them.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be over here shooting
Using
water
them wrong.
guns at a rocket launcher. You're going to have somebody talking over here, some big ass words. You're going to be
You
like,
got a Nerf dart.
and
Yeah.
you're just using it all wrong.
just shoot yourself in the
You
leg.
just
if you
never
didn't use it right.
understand like why you're not getting the promotion or
Yeah.
like why you're getting passed up for different projects, and it's like, well, maybe because they don't think you're that smart and they don't want the
Exactly.
client to read these emails and stuff, like interact with you, and you sound silly.
And
You're not
some-
competent.
Yeah.
Exactly. And sometimes you don't necessarily have to have the biggest vocabulary, you use the proper words, but if you know how to put things in their places and deliver it, man, there's something beautiful about a car salesman. There's a reason why they can go ahead and do what they do every day is because they put a little, they put a 10 on a 2. That's what I would say. They can take something and turn it into, nothing and turn it into something. So there are some people that just know how to work it.
Yeah.
And if you can pick and choose when to be yourself and when to kind of pull out the bigger words or dumb it down.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's nicer to say, I actually don't
Be
know,
more
but,
down to earth.
but this is how I would approach the situation. And you maybe become a little bit more real.
A lot of these strike me as like, I'm 20 and this is my first job and I'm like trying my
Yeah.
hardest to sound professional, but it just
Take me seriously.
yeah. It's like we don't
That's a
need,
great way to put
we
it.
don't, it's like you can tell when it's like someone's first professional email year,
Yeah.
they're like, this is
Yeah.
I got my laptop out and this is my first real job and I'm
one of
like,
these.
excuse me, I'm Mr. Sir,
It's
I'm
one of
gonna
these.
do these. Yeah. Roll up my sleeves and pull up the yeah.
Yeah.
So here's another phrase, postpone until later. That meeting, can we postpone that meeting until later?
Notice? I don't know. I'm just adding extra words in.
That's even more words.
right?
Until later notice.
Postpone until 3 a.m. in the morning.
Still sounds good to me. I said, man, I got shit to do. We gonna party. I'm gonna write you after. Let me sober up a little bit. First in this email.
Well, if you
Yeah.
say like, can we postpone this for tomorrow?
To a later
Like,
date? Can
actually,
you say
I think that's fine because you're
That's more
saying
specific.
when.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Can-
postpone until later
This
is
means
just like
later,
later.
yeah.
Yeah, postponing is later.
postpone the meeting.
You're not giving more
Postpone.
information.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're wanting to move the meeting,
Yeah.
how would you phrase
Can
it?
we postpone this?
That's it.
Yeah.
Can we postpone the meeting?
Or until you can list a specific date and time.
Yeah,
Can we postpone
exactly.
this until Wednesday?
Yeah, can we give some tips?
Can we
because
postpone
now
until
I'm taking notes
so and
too.
so
I'm
comes
like,
back?
so can we postpone this to a specific
Yeah, I
date?
think what happens is people think that certain words are kind of like more actionary and then they need further elaboration. So like,
Yeah.
but you're never going to do anything with postpone other than it be later. So
Right.
it's like,
Can we postpone this yesterday?
Yeah. Can we
Stop
postpone
reading
this?
my emails, Tim. Shit, I know I messed up. Okay, I said, can we postpone this till yesterday at 3 a.m. in the morning?
Morning.
Yeah, I wrote that at Denny's.
It was so much
Shit.
better then.
It made sense. You told me to send it.
It was general consensus in their opinions.
It was a collective group of opinions.
Okay, I found one that I've used before.
Okay.
The reason being,
Oh yeah.
or the reason why.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
These
I've
sound,
definitely used that.
These sound long.
Reason being is like a phrase for sure.
Yeah.
It's just like
It says these sound long-winded and pretentious. The office was empty at noon. The reason being that everyone was at lunch. Literally just say because.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First off, I'm trying to sound like an
I
asshole.
know, if
if
you're
I'm
trying to
using
sound
that.
like an asshole.
I'm trying to sound like
The
a
reason
dick.
I fired you, the reason being you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Please look back to our prior interaction.
Per my last email.
My last email. That's the
I need to
pettiest shit.
postpone this until later. The reason being, the general consensus is that you're a dumb motherfucker.
Period. Poo. Bitch.
PP.
Please don't respond to this till later notices.
See, these are the emails I get from me.
She's writing herself.
She's like,
write
my
yourself
boss sucks.
Yeah.
I'm asleep at PP poo poo. And then I get it. I'm like, come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Again?
We're trying to run a
3 a.m.
business.
At 3 a.m. in the mornings?
In the
I don't
morning.
understand what's going All the S's.
Yeah. Pluralize everything.
Your Filipino side comes out.
It's true.
But it's 3 a.m. in the mornings.
It's pipe in the morning. It's pipe in
In the mornings, I made rice.
the morning.
Wait, so then you should just say the reason
Because.
was.
Just no.
No, yeah.
because.
Or if you wanted to
Because.
say the reason.
What?
Like,
Nah.
so what if someone says, like,
This is
what
just
was the
using it
reason
in the
for
wrong.
this?
This is okay. Those words are words that can be used, but this is just using those words at the wrong time.
syntax.
Nah, I'm
So
trying
what
to
if,
sound like
yeah,
a
and
real
I'm trying to figure
asshole.
out when's the
So
correct.
when I say
moment.
if I'm just making a statement and I said the office was empty at noon, the reason being was that
Ooh, yeah,
it's like
that-
we don't need to
You
do
just
all
say
of
because.
that.
Yeah,
You, look,
The
Well, in
office
that
was
particular
empty
sentence, I can see
because-
that.
Yeah.
But I want to know when to use the reason being,
when you want to be
I
a
don't think
Karen.
you really need to.
or when to use the reason was.
If you want to be long ass winded.
First off, if you want to get the juices flowing, say the reason being because HR just went and tapped into that email because they're ready because some asshole shit's about
and
to come after
if
that.
HR tapped into that meeting, would you be sweating?
well, and the reason we
And
need
the
to
reason
break
being-
The reason being was
Yeah.
because you weren't using native deodorant.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got the vanilla coconut. Not gonna lie, it's so good.
I like the melon cucumber one. To
There's
be honest,
so many.
I think
there's
that's the name
so
of
many
it.
scents.
Yeah, they have a lot of really good ones.
Yeah. it's so nice
That
on the skin.
Mandarin one, I can't remember the exact flavor, but it was so good.
Yeah.
Scent.
The
Native-
flavor,
native.
I licked it.
You can because they use all natural ingredients.
Native uses ingredients you know. Thank you, ladies. Native deodorant is made with ingredients you've heard of, like coconut oil and shea butter. It's formulated without aluminum, parabens, or talc. It's also vegan and never tested on animals. It works. Switching to Native from an antiperspirant doesn't mean you'll have to worry about that midday BO.
Oh Lord.
With over 10 scents, including their classics and rotating seasonals, you're guaranteed to find the one you love. Oh, you're talking about the citrus and herbal musk.
Yes.
Oh,
That one's
one is
really
That
good.
one is
Yeah.
good.
There's a mint and eucalyptus one, by
Yes,
the way, too.
that one
That
too.
is
That smells
really
good.
nice.
Or the cucumber and mint.
I think it's cucumber
Maybe it's
mint.
cucumber mint,
Or
yeah.
cucumber eucalyptus, one
Yeah,
of them
there's
combinations.
a bunch.
There's so many.
Yeah. Coconut and vanilla is apparently the most popular
Yes.
one. That one's good too.
I have that.
Maybe you're into a more natural scent. If so, Native has a popular unscented option. And if you're more sensitive, you can check out their sensitive skin collection made without baking soda. There's no risk to try, free shipping on every order in the US. And Native offers a 30-day free return and exchange in the US. Make the switch to Native today by going to nativedeo.com/bigmoodgirls or use promo code BigMoodGirls at checkout and get 20% off your first order. That's nativedeo.com/bigmoodgirls or use promo code BigMoodGirls at checkout for 20% off your first order.
Go back to this.
Give me words. Give me words.
How about this one? It's a modern trend and one that many people hate, adding the word situation to describe an event.
Like my situationship?
Be prepared for a strong wind situation. Or
We know it's wrong, but it just sounds
it's
good.
like people don't. It's like kind of like bro speak. I don't know,
Dude,
That's
or like
what?
writing this, they just don't get it.
It's so
They're
it's
boomers.
not professional.
They're boomers.
Side
They
note:
just
if
don't
you
get it.
ever
It
describe
was
something,
a situation.
yeah, that's completely
That's Jersey
unprofessional.
Shore started that.
That was a guy.
Situation.
In day-to-day convo, appropriate. In
Yeah.
business, no. What am I supposed to say? So
yeah,
these
not in
two
an
got into
email.
a situation.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
shit was going down.
Exactly. There's a difference
We
between
all fired at this point because my description let them know I initiated and interrogated.
yeah,
and what's the word?
situated
I put the
situation.
situationship in. That's what happened.
Instigated.
You know what? I'm so mad that it took you everybody so long to get instigated.
Instigated. That's what she wanted to say.
The whole time.
I was just trying to rhyme. I thought you just wanted to rhyme words.
don't listen to Eminem
I was
in
like
the corner.
infatuated and
Eminem don't know what that
opinionated.
She's on 8 miles over here.
How many more do you got?
She's on 8 miles.
Inundated, elated,
Masturbated.
masturbated,
Hey.
You nasty. You
upgraded.
That's all on your
That's
mind.
all I've been doing for 11 months.
Jesus said.
faded.
I'm waiting. I want to know.
Oh, you still want to
still
know?
going.
I need like 2 or 3 more. And then I'll cut you off.
Infuriated,
There we go.
Okay, one more.
escalated,
Oh, did we
you say that?
perpetuated.
Perpetuated. That's good.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Thank
Spell
you.
it. Spell it.
PER.
Oh my
No,
God.
stop. He was already heading in the right direction on that now.
I got second place in the
I
spelling
was
bee.
hoping that you was going to fuck it up and make me feel better about myself, but you the smarter Nikki out the group right now.
And situated. Okay.
Wait, so situation, you just when do you use it then? I'm like
in
fucking-
conversation.
this is like a
not in a work email, but in conversation.
No,
No,
this is
but
using
in a
the
work
word.
email.
This is not the situation you would use that word.
Yeah, well, that was a proper.
No, that's a
that was a
exactly
proper
how you
use of
say
it.
it.
That was
Okay.
a proper use of it.
just.
Nikki showed us a
just
proper
flopped it
way
on
to
the
say
head.
situation.
I flopped it.
It's like a cool way to use the word situation,
Right.
like,
Okay.
but it's not what an actual situation is. Okay, I
Yeah.
can't even. You just talk into circles, like trying to explain it.
That's what I'm
What
like.
had happened
My brain
was
broke.
the situation called for a certain
sorry.
situation.
I just escalated it like the car.
You instigated it.
No, I
Perpetuated.
escalated it like the car.
Oh, like an
The
Escalade?
Escalade. Y'all don't drive the big Escalade. You know what? That's another conversation. That's
What?
that no chaser shit.
What?
Rick would have known when I was talking about
Escalade?
with the Escalade.
The SUV Escalade.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
about it?
She said she escalated it like the car.
Oh,
Like the car, like the SUV.
it was a bar. Okay,
It's an
we
SUV.
missed the bar.
She was
missed the
hitting
bar.
Eminem. Okay, I just wanted to. Fit
I was
in a little
reading.
bit.
I was
You
looking
wanna
for
get
the
out of
next
this.
one.
She's on CNN.
I
She's
was
like,
reading.
I don't know what the
I'm on
Escalade is.
CNBC.
She made me blame.
over
She ain't that
here.
sharp.
She
You
was
know what
like,
I'm saying? Bars.
"Oh, you want to fight?
Nikki Blades ain't that sharp.
I don't take verbal abuse well.
Sorry.
Hug later.
We can. I love you.
You're soft.
Thanks.
Oh, now they're in the
cute
soft
vibes.
club. You're
Yeah,
No,
you're
don't
soft.
come over here to me because they fucking rejected
her
you.
immediately.
They rejected you, and then I'm your second choice.
yeah,
Aw.
Casper.
I don't think so.
That was literally not for you. The fact that your light ass when it came at her light ass, that was like, you better stop playing. You're not that far off, Nikki. You cut that. Cut it. I'm not even a part of this one. Can you cut that, please? Okay.
What's the next one, Jess?
Words like past history, past memories, or past records.
How we talk
Past
about our
history?
exes?
Anything. All
That's
of
true.
these
That is
words,
redundant.
all of
Yeah.
these words without past already refer to the past. You don't need to specify that the history is a past history.
Who were the
These
other
people
ones?
sound
Past
like a
history,
joy to
past
be
what?
around.
Past history.
What was the other ones?
Past history, past memories, past
Memories.
records.
Records.
This person just
Okay.
put together a list of all the times they've been
It could be
triggered on the
future
internet. Just
records.
like,
They said unless you're writing a science fiction novel and need to refer to the future and past history via time travel, we don't need the past
Future
history.
memories.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Again,
Past memories. I think
keep-
past memories might come up more.
Yeah, but it's like keeping work in mind helps with these.
yeah, exactly.
Because
keep forgetting
the
about
first
that.
thing I thought
I
about
told
was
you
like,
it's a CNBC business article.
well, that's why I was like, exes.
Yeah.
You know, the first thing that came was talking about your exes,
Yeah.
past history.
Don't
past
say past
dating
history.
experiences.
It's because I feel like speaking is more metaphorical, whereas like a business email,
Right. Which is-
brevity.
which is so
But
necessary?
even in any term though, past history is like
Yeah, but like when you're talking about
the
your past
past-
history, we're talking about your past history.
Why?
Medical history.
Your
Like,
history.
but they say that in when you go, like when you
No.
go to the doctor, he goes, your past history or whatever.
No, he
That's
doesn't.
true. They do.
Yeah, they
but
say
what
shit
I'm
like that.
gathering is it dumbs it down. It seems as though that's what I'm taking
So in
from it. It dumbs it
conversation,
down
yeah.
a little bit. Your past history, it just softens it. It's more palatable.
In work emails,
It's
the
all,
fewer the
everybody
words, the
kind
better.
of understands it. Use it in a sentence.
It
We're
does
all
make
going to
sense to
understand.
not need it though. 'Cause
yeah,
it's
like
literally in
what's
the
your
past.
medical history? That would be better.
right?
Yeah.
Or what's your work history? That would be better.
I
We
feel
don't
like-
need past history.
I just feel like certain phrases have been integrated into modern times. So it's like,
But
yes,
they're just letting you know that they're
don't
grammatically
need
wrong.
them.
Yeah.
Which
But
is good to know
people
for
use
when it's necessary.
it now is like a phrase, a turn of phrase. It's not like it's not like proper grammar.
It's
Yeah.
gone beyond grammar.
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
now
to like
it's
just
an
the way
actual
people speak.
phrase.
Like we
Yeah.
don't say, 4 and 7 years ago.
but let me tell you.
But like,
But let me
that
tell
could
you.
be proper.
It's all fun and games until somebody Googles your phrase and it's incorrect and they show you why it's wrong and you're sitting there looking stupid. So
well, carafe, yeah. Okay,
You know, that's the other episode, all right?
Mrs. Carafe.
That was a carafe. Okay, that's a piece of literature. It's a carafe.
Yeah. Correct.
A carafe.
It's the animal that eats trees.
I love
It's a
that.
carafe.
It's related to the giraffe.
Yes, that was the animal.
I'm still so mad I didn't
We
know that.
love you.
I did. It's
You're
okay.
so pretty.
Don't do that to me. Bitch, we in the same category. Don't play me up.
It is a situation right now.
I just want to get hit back.
You want to get hit back? You want to play this game with me?
Back,
You're
yeah.
like, oh yeah, you wanted to do that
It's
to
how
somebody
it's my
else.
love
Is that how
language.
you felt?
I want to instigate an argument.
Is that how you felt?
Yeah, I want to.
Do you need a hug?
I want to antagonize and interrogate
You know
and
what?
instigate.
I'm not gonna feed into this negative energy. Tiff, you want to hug me?
Oh man,
How's
I
this
don't
make
want
you
to hug. I
feel?
want to fight. Come on, give me a fight.
Aw.
You can just go rap Eminem in the corner by yourself.
Oh,
See how that works out for
I
you.
do.
Nikki's
all
getting
the time.
bullied.
Uh-oh. Which
does.
Nikki?
Which one? Because she came at me. I'm sorry. You gonna take her side? She was attacking me.
I wasn't listening actually.
She didn't care. Yeah. Her right ear don't
Yeah,
work.
my right
Yeah.
ear doesn't work all of a sudden. I was looking for more words, and I found out the person I think who wrote this also wrote this book, and it looks really interesting. And I was like, I
plug
should
your
go buy
book.
this book.
I'm not buying that. But you want? You guys sold
No,
on
keep
it?
talking.
I do.
Keep
I'm
talking.
like, this
I want to
person's
hear.
a
I want to hear.
square.
No, it's because Jess relates to this person.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah,
hear.
Jess
I'm
is the grammar Nazi.
I love it.
I don't like the term Nazi because I'm white and blonde.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me
Blue
not
eyes. I'd like to remove that from any description of myself, but
police. You're the grammar.
I don't think that's a better
can
word.
be upsetting at times.
You're the grammar Aryan. Okay.
I'm sorry. What's an agrarian? What is an Aryan?
You're the grammar authoritarian.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh
either.
man.
So we're trying. Okay.
Wait, what's something
How about
sexy?
this? A grammar aficionado.
There
No.
we go. That's too fancy.
I mean, I want to drink wine with you.
Yeah,
I'll go with that. Let's go with that.
aficionado.
You
Okay.
sound non-threatening.
This book sounds interesting. It's called "That Doesn't Mean What You Think It Means."
First off, who is he talking to?
Yeah, because it does mean
Everyone.
what you think it
Everyone.
means.
It does mean what we think it means because we're literally saying what it means as we're saying the other
It's
word.
the 150 most commonly misused words and their tangled histories. I was like, ooh,
Oh, I like that part.
I want to
do
learn
like
about
that
their
part.
tangled
Tangled
histories.
Ooh, that sounds freaky. I like nasty
does.
words.
That's what I was like,
Tangled past
entanglements
histories.
there.
I want to buy this book.
Real situationships over
It
here.
sounds like the most unique book.
I don't like
See,
it.
now I was waiting for the rest of
Hint,
the words
yeah,
to come
like,
in.
what's going on?
This
What?
is how you know we use
Most
words wrong.
unique.
Ah,
It's so
Most
fun.
unique.
You're so fun. Wow. Oh my God.
I'm saying
I want to
that's
go to a
unique.
party with this.
That's one of the
like,
words.
This is a party.
that's redundant, right?
Oh, it's oh, see, you know what? I wasn't paying attention.
I'm like, right?
Yeah, because unique means unlike anything else.
So
But
it's the
what's-
most?
We don't need a sliding scale of unique because unique is at the very end of the sliding scale.
Wow.
So,
You know what I'm saying?
This is so fun. I just love
this is helpful.
this group of people.
This is helpful.
Grammar aficionado.
Yes.
I've already decided I'm going to be paying her.
I
for
get why I
several
got
things that I
bullied
need
now.
written.
I would piss me off now.
Hey, no, these are not things that you would tell people to their face. These are just things
These are
that
things
maybe
you think
should
in your back of your
Right.
mind, and then you write a CNBC article about later.
And a book.
Definitely
and a
keeping-
book that I would buy.
You should make an account to where you can put out proper emails for people.
Well, that's what Grammarly is for.
Yeah,
fuck
they
them.
already,
Fuck them.
have AI
Yo,
doing that.
fuck them people. You trying to get paid? Fuck
No,
them
I'm
people.
not.
I'm
AI was way better
Look,
than
I'm
me.
hiring you. I got a couple emails that I need to sound smart
Proofread?
in. So
You want
I'm
me to proofread?
no,
I just
fuck the
don't-
proofread. I said everything wrong. Don't proofread.
Just write it.
It's messed up.
Okay.
It's already
I
messed
just
up.
ultimately don't think that the people judging this are more intelligent. I think they're just assholes. I think
It's
that
very
they just-
possible. I don't think necessarily
they
grammar
need
equates to
something
intelligence.
to
No,
stick their
not at
flag into and be like, oh,
Well,
I
I mean, it's-
dominated
it's-
this.
it's-
and if
no.
you want it, you know what? you could take
I
it.
will say this.
that land.
I will say this. When you are dealing with corporate settings, these are good things to know because somebody
yeah.
above you is looking down at you. They're constantly judgmental. Sometimes
It's helpful.
It's
think
better
that's why
to know what is happening. You don't deal with it.
Yeah, I'm not that
We do,
personality
you know,
type. I'm like, I can't do that's why I can't work for anyone. I'm
But
just
you know,
like,
we're in this space.
A lot of people work in
Yeah.
this space. You're an artist. You
You're
don't
an
have to
artist,
deal with it, right?
But it's great to know that some of the phrases that we have used in these spaces, thinking we knew what we were talking
Yeah.
about, somebody was looking down at us like, that's wrong.
cute.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
to
now,
me, it's like we are in a hierarchy, and
Yep.
you're displaying that you are in a lower
First off, that
hierarchy
hierarchy-
than me,
that
and
hi-
I will show you why I am in a higher managerial position than
Yeah.
you. And it just is like, suck a dick.
yeah,
I
I would love
be
to
in
tell
your
somebody
world.
suck a dick, but the way my health insurance and my 401k is set up, I need to properly like phrase this email before I tell them to sucketh my dicketh.
Listen to me, people that don't want to follow, people who are not sheeple. You can have a 401k.
Follow me.
You can have a health insurance plan. I have
and that's
both.
the cult of limo began.
And then
I also have an HSA. You can have it all, and you could be your own boss, and you don't have to suck
Right,
dicks
but
to
wait,
these people.
hold on,
But you
wait.
know what,
But when you
Nikki,
send
not
that
everyone
misspelled
can-
email, this one's gonna know that
Hey,
it's misspelled
yeah.
and the words were wrong.
Yeah, actually, spell misspelled.
Bitch, I can't spell.
Spell misspelled is one of the most frequently
I-
misspelled
I-
words.
I speak for a living. You heard that living.
She doesn't
multiple
spell.
things.
Yeah,
I don't
she
spell. I
speaks.
just speaks. And
Speak and
She
spell.
speaks it. But misspelled is one of the most frequently misspelled words. I thought that was funny when I was a grammarian.
When you were bullied in third grade. Sorry. I'm sorry that happened
like,
to you.
isn't that
and
funny?
that's why you're so triggered right now.
she's so aggressive. She's so upset.
I am
mean, we struck a chord. I didn't realize. I thought this was going to be about me not knowing shit, but damn, this one is
It's like manifest fucking Nikki
She's
over
so
here.
mad. She's the angry Nikki.
Manifesto against the
I was
corporate
that.
world.
Let me tell you, you don't want to be it. You
That's
don't
because you
want
got
it.
bullied
Okay.
in third grade, but
Can
that
I
doesn't
just
mean
say
the
You
rest
can
of the-
know it and not be it.
Okay, can I just say this is what I
Yes.
feel like Nikki is giving me right now? You know what I did back in my day? I let the people tell me what to do with my life. But now, I don't listen to nobody. I'm a historian, a vegetarian, and a philosophist.
That
I can spell it.
gave me such Maya Rudolph
But you know what? But you know what? I got an SSA
Kristen Wiig.
and a 408k. And I recorded 4K. So if you want to be like me, go listen. If you want to join in this establishment,
Establishmentarianism.
establishment.
wait on your straws over here out of plastic. We use metal.
Amen.
Amen. In Eminem we trust.
Oh God. Okay, well, there's really
On that
nothing.
note.
That was a mic drop right say.
Go follow Nikki Blades. Go follow Nikki Street Eats. She is the
Oh my
man, the
God.
wisdom, the woman.
Thank you guys. Honestly,
goddess, the deity.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, we
Yay.
had
past couple
this is
of
our
weeks.
last
We
episode
loved-
with
I
Nikki.
know.
Loved it.
Yeah, you gotta
Check out our other episodes if you missed them with her. Gina's getting new boobs. That's why she's not here. We got boobs in the house anyway.
Yes.
And go follow her on all of her socials and No Chaser Podcast. And then
And the
also
morning
subscribe
show.
to
I got
us.
The morning show
And the
in
morning show,
San
997
Fran.
now. Big Bay Morning, San
yeah.
Francisco. Streaming on the podcast. I
It
appreciate
is
you guys.
absolutely necessary in our opinions that you follow
In Eminem
her.
we trust.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.